evening, everybody. Good night. Or, no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
Not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
Oops. Maestro. We're gonna throw this into a movie.
See, is that better for you?
Educate me. I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
What up? Welcome to this episode of Talkin Dirty with your boy. Me. Let's go and bounce right into it. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate everything everybody's been saying. Thank you for checking out all of the various products we have for you here on here in SimWorld Hoops. Really awesome. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the feedback. And I am super extra thankful that the things that we're laying out for you here, particularly in the two versions of my pod, have been received so positively, because I would not be doing this if you guys didn't ask for it and didn't want me to do it. So thank you. Certainly appreciate it. Tonight I want to talk about, or today I want to talk about, or whenever you listen to this, I want to talk about what's a bad shot, because we hear that a lot. People make the comment, oh, that's a bad shot, shouldn't have taken that shot. But what does that really mean? Well, please allow me to share with you what I mean when I say it's a bad shot. There's a few things that I look for. Of course, I'm looking for you to be on balance. I'm looking for other things like that in terms of the physicality or the physical nature or your physical positioning as you take the shot. Yes, that is true. If none of that stuff is working, it's a bad shot most of the time, not all the time. But the key things that I truly look for before I make that decision or make that call that it's a bad shot are the following. Is your offense actually set? In other words, are you taking a shot very early in the shot clock, even before your offensive framework gets set, that you could take at any given time? Chances are, if you're doing that, you're not giving your team an opportunity to be together and be right, and it has the high potential to turn into a wasted possession. When you set up for the shot, or when you decide to make the shot, do you have multiple open teammates? Which means you're probably not open. In other words, like the previous shot I just mentioned, if I'm taking a shot at this particular point, if it was within 5 seconds of the shot clock expiring, okay, I have to get it up. But if it's 12 seconds left to go and I'm double teamed and I'm still taking a shot against the leverage of my positioning, it's a bad shot. You're putting your team at risk, particularly if they're not set for it. Old heads, yell out my favorite word. Leverage, right? I can hear some of you yell charge. So cool. You guys are the best, man. Is your shot against leverage? If I am a taller player and I get the ball in the paint and I'm being defended by a shorter player, hence me being the taller player, and I do all kinds of gyrations only to turn around and take a fadeaway, that's a bad shot. A wasted move. If I'm a shorter player being defended by a taller player, I get the ball into the paint and I turn around and make a fadeaway there. It's going to get blocked if the taller player has any sort of athleticism, but it's also a bad decision. It's a bad shot because I'm moving away from my leverage. When I get the ball at any point and I move and take my shot into traffic, it's a bad shot. Nothing is on my side. And my teammates are not ready for it. I've let them down. If you want to make a good shot, yes, you need leverage. Yes, you need all these other things that we've been talking about throughout the entirety of these various podcasts. But the reality is this: if it looks like a chunk and smells like a chunk and tastes like a chunk, guess what? That shot is straight butt. All right? You have to be aware that shots should have intentionality, much like your movement without the ball. It need be with a purpose, otherwise, it's just a chunk. And a chunk does nothing but hurt your team, hurts the possession, slows everything down. That is a bad shot. Again, quick and dirty. Is your offense set? Is this a shot that I could take at any given time, but I'm shooting it with 14 seconds left to go in the shot clock? Do I have multiple open teammates, which means I'm not? Am I shooting against the leverage? Am I the taller player doing a fadeaway on a shorter player, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Those are things that make people like myself yell out, that's a bad shot. Yes, you might make it. Good for you. Even a blind squirrel finds an open 7-Eleven eventually. But you really done more to hurt your team than you did to boost your stats or whatever you think you might have done. All right. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what we're looking at when we talk about bad shots. Hopefully it gives you a better idea of what we're thinking about, at least what I'm thinking about when I say it. What are your ideas of what's a bad shot? What are your ideas of some of the things we just talked about here in terms of the movement without the ball into the shot, those various things? Is the play designed for that? Do you think that there's no such thing as a bad shot? I'm willing to listen to that too. I ain't racist. I'm wide open. Let's talk about it. Yell at your boy. You know what's up. Give me a yell. And we'll catch you on, you know what up, Durty site.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game,
Be
be the
the
game.
game.
Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome back to Talking Dirty with your boy. Me. I'm gonna do this on something that's probably going to upset a lot of today's players because it's become the thing now. I noticed when players are coming out and warming up, they have their headphones on, they're listening to music, they're getting their mind right in their game, and they're doing their visualization and stuff like that. And that's cool. That's cool then. But I'm also starting to see more and more clips of players who are working on their free throw shots or working on their post moves and things like that with the same thing. And I've come to the unproven conclusion that explains why so many players are a half step late during the game. Because you fight how you train how you fight. And if you do all your working out to music to help you through the process, your brain's not locking in all of the coding it needs to do to get you ready to do those moves under pressure because you don't have headphones on during the game. So that means you're still thinking. One of the drills when the headphone and Walkman thing started becoming a thing back when I was playing, one of the things that myself and a few other players, and when I say a few other players, cats who went on to not only play Division I ball, but actually professional ball. This is across sports, by the way, including a couple of my classmates who are in Hall of Fames. One of the things that we would do before we would do our own side practice is get ourselves tired. We'd run until we were all tired, the way we would be at the end of a game before we start working on our drills for things at the end of the game, because that's how your body is going to respond when you're tired, and that's how your mind's going to respond. And then a few of us took it a few steps further. We would do Okay, insert here. Little transparency note on Maestro. Some of you noticed this already. I stutter, among other things. So a lot of my podcasts have cut down usually by 3 or 4 minutes of me stuttering or something like that. It's one of my challenges that I don't mind sharing because I work through it every day. I had the same problem when I was on the radio. That's why I was always so measured when I speak in my radio broadcast and other things like that in my professional life. So I want to get that out the way just to share with you. Hopefully be a positive thing for you to know that if you're overcoming a challenge, all you got to do is keep working at it. You can do it too. But I also, my mind races because I do so many things. I've always done so many things. My mind's all over the place. Back today, they would call it ADHD or whatever name they might have for it. So we all are fighting our things. Okay, we all are, and don't be afraid to ask for help because I know I have to all the time. So for me, getting physically tired wasn't the issue, despite my physical challenges. For me, it was getting my mind tired. So what I would do before drills outside of running, I would shoot 100 free throws without music, without headphones or anything. 100 straight free throws, trying to make 100 straight free throws. Now, I've come close to making 100 straight. I never made 100 straight. But the reason I was doing that was I was trying to wear my mind out. I was trying to make my mind numb so that way in the game, as we get toward the end, as my body's tired, my mind has some stamina too. Because that's where you win the game at the end of the game. That's where players that are able to perform the way they do under pressure. I keep going back to Arthur Lattimore. I keep going back to Corey Yams, to Trey Hyman, to Patricio. Players like that who, no matter what the pressure is, they're always performing, no matter how tired they are, because their mind is there too. They're seeing what's happening as it's happening. They're not waiting for something to happen. And they're not the only ones. There are other players that do that too, but that's just what came to my mind right now. If you work all of your muscles, including your mind, you're always equipped to move forward, fam. You're always equipped to make those things happen for you. So whatever you need to do to get yourself to where you are worn out, and now you start working on a drill. Because that's what you're going to do at the end of a game after you've run almost 5.5 miles and there's seconds left on the clock, and every shot counts, every stop counts, every transition counts, even more so than it did in the quarters before. How you react now can often change the outcome of the game. If you're one step behind, guess what? Other team has the advantage. If you react a quarter or a half a second too late, the other team now has the advantage. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? I hope you do. So yes, have on your what I forgot the name of the fancy headphones now or stuff. Yes, do all of that stuff to get yourself ready. But when you're working away from the lights, try it straight. Make yourself tired. Make yourself work that drill to where it's automatic for you. Trust me, it will pay off and you will be all the better for it. Hopefully this insight will help you out a little bit. Hopefully it gives you a little bit more view of other things you can do to make yourself better. There's so much talent here. And believe me when I tell you, all of us wants to see it get better and get better and get better and get better. And whatever we can do to help that, we're definitely going to do that. We got you all, fam. Trust me. It's all good. Yell at your boy. What else you want to hear about? What else you want to talk about? Come on. Come on. I make fun of the guys who give me suggestions, whatever, because they put me to work because your questions are that good. So put your boy to work. Come on. Make me earn something. All right. Make me work for a living. Appreciate y'all so much. Catch you on the catch you on the next time. And just okay. I don't even know if I want to. Well, okay. I won't tell Siege and B-Ron if you won't tell Siege and B-Ron. But I know me and Brittany didn't work out, so I got a feeling me and Chloe gonna make it work this time. So if you see me out with Khloe Kardashian, just know that, your boy needs help.
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.